All right, our cloudy, at times wet, and rather cool weather pattern continuing across southeastern North Carolina. Temperatures in Wilmington, at least in the port city, only topping out at 81 this afternoon, well below the upper 80s that we would normally see this time of the year. And still some below normal temperatures across much of North Carolina. Now, I actually have to say western and central portions of North Carolina are actually a little bit warmer than where they've been the last couple of days, but still 78 degrees in Raleigh, well below where they should be for this time of the year. 77 in Charlotte. It was only 2 days ago that Charlotte had a high, get this, a high of 69 degrees. That is unbelievably cool as a wedge continues to be in place across the Carolinas. Let's see where we are compared to 24 hours ago. In fact, as you can see, most of the temperatures a little warmer than 24 hours ago. Even Wilmington now 1 degree warmer than it was 24 hours ago. But actually, even though temperatures are still below normal, we're still talking about temperatures in central North Carolina 4 to 7 degrees warmer than what they were just 24 hours ago. And obviously, heat index has not been much of a concern here for the short term, and it's not going to really be a concern here as we head into the weekend. We're going to see those heat index values still probably in the 90s, but we'll just call it in the hot category. If you're just in the hot category during the early part of August, you're doing something right. But notice these values will start to tick up as we head into next week. We'll probably see the actual temperatures getting close to or even over the 90-degree mark as we head into next week. And eventually, the heat index values by Wednesday or Thursday probably making their way over 100 degrees and maybe even into the stressful category as we head towards the end of next week. So hot weather is set to make a return. All right, for the rest of tonight, not much in the way of activity on the First Alert Digital Doppler. Maybe even some hope that we'll see the full moon later on tonight. Variably cloudy skies. Look for the moon between clouds. Stray shower possible, but it's not likely. 70 degrees for the overnight low. Rain chances pretty low for the rest of tonight. And then for tomorrow, a little better chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm. It should be a little warmer too tomorrow with some sunshine, a high of 85 degrees. But once again, northeast winds 10 miles per hour, still keeping temperatures below where they should be for this time of the year. And as you can see, as usual, the best chance for a stray or an isolated thunderstorm middle or latter part of the afternoon. First Alert Digital Doppler, yes, there are some clouds out there, but there's really no organized heavy rain, just some patchy light showers. You can see some of them in Bladen County. You can see 1 or 2 of them even in New Hanover County. So you may get your windshield a little bit wet, but you don't have to worry about anything like ponding on the roadway. You don't have to really worry about any kind of lightning strikes. All of that is well to our south as we are definitely in the grips of some cooler air. Hour by hour forecast model keeping things fairly quiet for the rest of tonight, and tomorrow we should start off dry, maybe even mostly clear skies first thing in the morning. 71 degrees at wake up. A little bit of shower activity firing up here as we head into tomorrow afternoon, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. They'll migrate from the coast more westward here as we head into tomorrow evening. However, Sunday now trending a bit wetter. Looks like some of that tropical moisture to the south will start to make its way back into the area. And while Sunday won't be a complete washout, there are going to be much better chances of some heavier rain and thunderstorms. In the tropics, of course, still tracking 2 areas at the moment. One, that pesky area of low pressure off the Carolina coastline, now very unlikely to develop. In fact, just low development odds on that one. And of course, we're still tracking Invest 96L out in the central Atlantic. Not looking terribly organized at the moment, but it still has some potential to develop over the central Atlantic as we head through the coming days. Let's go ahead and check out your 7-day forecast. Look for highs to warm back up into the upper 80s as we get towards the end of next week. Some scattered storms on Monday and Tuesday. Sunday also could be rather wet, and maybe some 90-degree temperatures by next Friday.